shots in my Marys. Me and Drizzy back to back, it's getting scary. If you fucking with my eyes, just don't come near me. Put some bins all on your head like Justin Terry. Whoa.
Let's get it, let's get it. Let's go, brethren. You already know, man, we about to have another amazing podcast, another amazing episode, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys are tuning in right now, tuning in. Game Shift, man, as you already know, man, right here. Man, graphics are being released, man, so make sure you go follow at Game Shift. We are Game Shift. Make sure you go follow at We Are Game Shift. Man. Thank you, man. All of the support, man. Color Power, as you already know, man. Hey, the jury's starting to dwindle down, starting to make some orders and starting to make some more, so stay in tune with that. As you already know, man, the gear is coming soon. I'm just getting everything together within the shorts, the tank tops, tees, all is in order and all is processing, so we good to go, man. We got a good agenda, brethren. Got good agenda. So our agenda today, man, I want to get her name right, so I don't want to say it right now, but 14-year-old receives full ride to LSU and Southern University following her national spelling bee, and she has other talents as well we're going to delve into. Billionaire Richard Branson, man, Richard Branson, actually, he went to space with his own rocket ship. We starting to see what's about to go on. But all these billionaires talking about going into space, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm trying to figure it out. What type of food would you eat forever? You can only pick one, man. Is it soul food, seafood, Caribbean, or is it Italian, man? And been going viral, Dababy. He handed some kids $4 for their candy after the kids lied about the cost of the candy. Was it a valuable lesson taught or not? All right. And lastly, would you rather? This is a perfect would you rather. Would you rather the family that raised you be your first priority, or the family that you create be your first priority? That's a good one. So I feel like that's a real good question we're going to delve into. All right, so, man, let's get right into it, man. Get right into it, brethren. Zalia, I want to make sure.
I think it's Zalia. The way it's
I think it's Zalia as well, too. So we don't want to mess up her name.
And if we do, we apologize.
Black Girl Magic, man. This is amazing. She had just recently won the spelling bee for only practicing 2 years. It's a lot of these children, a lot of the kids grow up and they take their whole life to actually achieve this goal, and she achieved it within 2 years. And also, she's a basketball phenom. She's a basketball phenom, man. So really much respect to her. And she also got a full ride to LSU and Southern University following her national
for basketball.
Maybe for basketball, but honestly, I'm really interested to see also what her grades are, because I already know she's gonna be a 4.0, 5.0 student, plus academically and athletically. So this is just dope, real dope to see, man. So what's your take on this? What you think? She broke Guinness World Records as well too, with having the most balls dribbled at once.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, as far as her basketball skills, I can tell she's gonna have like some sort of. I've seen some of her highlights. She's a dog. She's definitely gonna have some Steph Curry type handle for her to be able to do the things that she does. To be able to dribble 6 basketballs at once is, nothing short of impressive. Not only can she do that, she can do it while riding a unicycle. Like
different.
Like what?
Different in unicycle.
Like she can dribble 6 basketballs while riding a unicycle. Like that takes balance and just concentration and focus. And my first initial thought was, I saw my mother did. I said, you see what good can come when you let people dribble the ball in the house. You see what can happen? And of course, she wasn't trying to hear that. But yeah, man, like from the spelling bee to actually being good at ball and being able to do that. I mean, I can just tell she's just going to be a force to be reckoned with. There's nothing she can't do. I can already tell, like, whatever it is that she's going to set her mind to do, she's going to be able to accomplish it. And you're going to have to just get out of her way. You're going to have to just get down or lay down. Because she's coming for all of it. Whatever she decides to do, she's going to be.
And it's brilliant to see in the basketball element and the basketball talk. I'm just saying a plethora, and we're honestly, the world needs to understand that women, just like in anything, can do just as good, if not better, than man in sports or anything. Honestly, especially in this basketball realm, I'm starting to see And I'm not saying it hasn't been before. You have your Maya Moore, you have your Candace Parker, you got Lisa Leslie, you got the legendary. But you're starting to see talent cross over to where it's like, oh, yeah, it's here. Because I can see this young lady, I'm not trying to be funny, I can see her breaking barriers and being one of the first women to play in the NBA. I'm being honest with you, it's a hot take, but I'm saying that to say, once somebody commented said she uses more than 10% of her brain.
I saw that.
For real, because that, a unicycle, people don't understand.
I think she was juggling and dribbling too.
Juggling, dribbling on the unicycle, it's like, you starting to see
it's a different level of
just
concentration.
a different level of concentration, different level of competition, and different level of talent that
and
we
work
were looking
ethics.
at.
I know it took.
Absolutely.
I know it took a lot to just even get to that point. You know, a lot of practice, a lot of messing up, do it again, messing up, do it again, messing up, do it again. And that's how basketball is. I remember repeatedly just how many times I tried, you know, to do the between the leg move and kept messing up and doing it again. You kept messing up, you do it again, just to the point where it becomes just a. So I can only imagine how
her skills like elevated at
I can only imagine how much effort it took to freaking.
I can only imagine what she's going to be
balls.
like in 7 years, in 21, or what she's going. It's going to be something else.
Gonna be, if she keeps this same level of momentum and focus, you know, hopefully the fame don't go to her head. Hopefully she got some people to keep her grounded because she is young. So. You know, yeah, she's gonna be able to accomplish anything she wants, man. You gotta get out of her way. She's coming for whatever it is, whether it be academically, she wants to do it in the sports realm, or break another record. She's gonna do it. You know, you're gonna have to get out of her way or help her out.
So I'm definitely looking forward to what she does next. And just like we were talking about, just the elevation of competition and talent. Last episode, we were just talking about Shakira Richardson, like, and how elevated she is within the sport of track and field and where she's going. So it's just beautiful to see that a lot of athletes, especially our black women athletes, are doing very amazing. And they up in the ante on the competition level, man. She won the spelling bee seamlessly. Like that's not easy to do. And the word that she spelled to win, I don't know if I would be able to even spell that word. To be honest,
got things like in the Olympics, they be trying to comfort Simone Biles, man, because she's so good. Like they ban certain moves because she's the only one that can do them.
And I like it.
That's not my fault.
And I love her too because her messaging.
And she still wins. Like you could take I'm still gonna beat you guys. Like I said, man, you got to get down and lay down, man.
Yeah, for sure. So with them moving forward, and shout out to her because she did receive a full ride to LSU and Southern University, and this is just only the beginning. She's only 14 years old.
And she can get paid for her likeness.
So now it's just a beautiful thing that's just coming into fold, man, for these athletes and for just everybody in general, regardless. So, man, Billionaire Richard Branson, man. Hey, this man traveled to space in his own rocket ship. He's been talking about this, did research as well. He's been talking about this for a good while. For about 10 plus years. But to see it done is I don't know, it's mind-boggling. It's amazing in itself because you've seen, unfortunately, a lot of where we've heard or history speaks for a lot of people not making it.
Yeah.
You know, not making it or regarding their space travel. So to see that, and then, you know, you hear Jeff Bezos, you hear everybody, Elon Musk talking about, you know, the space and going into space. I'm just wondering in my head, like, what's up? Because it's a lot that's going on.
I have one
on this earth.
I have one question. Why?
Why?
Like, why? Why do you need to go to space? I've been asking myself that question about why we went to the moon. I was like, why did we go to the moon again? And they was like, well, it was. I was like, but wait, why? I was like, wasn't it because we wanted to prove we could be on the moon first? I was like, what came of going to the moon?
I think
was it research? Did we grab why did we go to the moon?
I think it's some information just as always that we don't know.
Like that's my thing. I was like, did we need to go to the moon? Why did we go to the moon? Like what came of going to the moon? That's what I'm saying about this. Why did you need to go to space?
Collection of resources.
That's why he went to space?
No, I'm talking about the moon.
That's what you think happened?
A collection of resources, or I feel like it was a foundation that was put there. What I'm telling you is to say that this reminds me of the movie you seen 2012.
Yes.
This reminds me of 2012, the movie. Remember when they got on that spaceship and everybody, you was only like a billionaire or the wealthy to get on?
Yeah.
And then speaking of like, it was a different element to where the travel and where they were going, they wasn't going to space. But also it's just, you have to think about it. A lot of things that are going on global warming wise, all this pandemic, the viruses, each and every day and each every week is something new. Something new. And I don't know if you just heard, even today it was just saying something of a space storm coming headed this way. So it's like a lot of things are happening and trickling down, and these billionaires, these people of wealth, they know what's up.
Read your Bible, ladies and gentlemen.
For sure.
Read your Bible.
For
and
sure.
you will have your answers. But yeah, man, I'm like, why Richard Branson? Why did you go to space?
Bro.
Because you went to space because you had the money to go to space. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
going to space is cool. I'm not gonna sit here and act like going to space wouldn't be cool. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be that guy. Like that wouldn't be cool. I'm trying to figure out why. But why did you go to space? I know why scientists and other people are going to space. I get that. Why did you go to space? Like, what do you gain from going to space? And you gonna come back and then, like, you went to space and say you went to space? That's just my thing. I'm like, why? Why did you go to space?
I'm just everything has a reason.
That's what I want to know why you went to space. I don't think there was a reason.
I'm telling you, that's a reason. The reason is.
I hope so.
The reason is too. Honestly, I really think, my opinion. I feel like it's something going on within the building of a different foundation of founding a different type of what's it called? I don't know how can I say it? Not living space, but really just.
He's trying to find new technology.
But no, really just
move.
Just move from Earth to other spaces. You just don't know. Especially when you have wealth, when you have billionaire type of money, you have access to different type of information that we don't have access to.
I feel like people with money do things just because they can.
Yeah, but also,
like me personally, when I make money, I'm gonna buy back more.
But with having money, that allows you to have information in which a lot of these people are trying to hold from us. In my opinion, this is not just something that, I just want to go to space because I'm a billionaire. I don't think that. I think it's a bigger plight to where they're building a different type of living space up there. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, I would hope there's a reason why you went there. You went to space just to flex, then I don't want to say the word, but you went to space just to flex, like, really, dude, like, there's better things you could do with your money. But I'm not gonna tell anybody what they can do with their money. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying, like, you went to space to do what? I hope you went to space for a reason.
I'm looking at this in a space where it's just like, I'm keeping my eyes open, keep my eyes peeled. Like you said, always keep your faith within God. That's what really matters. It doesn't really matter about anything else. But I'm just looking at this as just like, this is a little sketchy. This is something else is to come. Because it's not, how ironic it is just that, all the billionaires just like, I want to travel to space. I don't think it's just because they want something to do. Like, that's why I channeled it into the 2012 conversation, because I'm like, it was something that it was going on that wasn't just being said. And that wasn't being said to the public. As the rest of the public dies off, we're going to keep this a secret. Mm-hmm. So it's a bigger mission and bigger plans in fold here. I'm not turning a blind eye to this one. So this is a good one. We'll see. Which type of food would you eat forever, Hugh, man?
So
you can only pick one.
So
soul food, seafood, Caribbean, Italian.
I'll die at 40, but soul.
I'll say soul or seafood.
Seafood would be my second choice. I'll go with soul for the first.
I'm shifting towards seafood.
Listen, we're gonna die early regardless. I eat that every day, but still.
Yeah, because it's what you intake, man. That's gonna really keep your health above flow. So, what's your favorite soul food, or one of your favorite soul food foods that would keep you staying to that soul food? You can eat that forever.
Chicken, fried chicken.
That's chicken, fried chicken. What else? Mac and cheese.
I love mac and cheese. I love yam. I love ribs. I love greens. My mother makes great greens. She always puts, turkey necks in the greens. Mm-hmm. She puts marshmallows on the sweet potatoes, and my family has a homemade recipe for rolls.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. You can never go wrong with soul food. Don't get it twisted, because, hey, I come from a family of soul food. Only reason I'm trying to say, like, I would shift to seafood is because I feel like within seafood, just my personal opinion, you have more options. Like, and I like different type of seafood. I'm talking about, like, I like oysters, I like clams.
You like oysters and clams?
Yeah, I like oysters, I like clams, I like, of course, shrimp, I like lobster, I like crabs, I like calamari. it's just
I
different.
recently become a fan of California.
Yeah, I just feel like it's just different options. Caribbean food, I mean, just speak to that too, is fire. Bomb.
Caribbean food is fire.
Bomb. If you have people, especially people that you know or that are Caribbean, man, that can really make a good dish, man, it's not even close. That Caribbean food is different too. Italian, I've always been a fan of because you got pasta, you got pizza and stuff like that, of course. But I would get an edge to seafood. Honestly, I'm
surprised Mexican isn't on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Mexican is actually a good choice.
I still wouldn't have picked.
But
There's a lot of people who love tacos.
Yeah,
a lot of people who would choose to eat tacos every day.
That's facts though. But I wouldn't put Mexican up here, just preferably seafood. I'm thinking about becoming a pescatarian, bro. Right. I think later in life, I think I will.
You do realize that just means you can only eat fish, not the rest of the seafood.
Correct. And fish as well, but it's different types of fish. You have tilapia, you got salmon, you got different types of fish.
I just don't want you to think. I don't want you thinking you
right,
correct too.
Right,
you got to give that up.
Nah, correct. Nah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Is it pescatarian? Can you eat?
I think you can. The only meat you can eat is fish.
I don't think so.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, we have to look that up. I don't think so. But I can see it being a variation between what a strict pescatarian is and what they eat and what you can eat. Because I feel like a lot of people get that confused, and probably me just, I can eat just straight seafood. Maybe it's terms to that. Keeping yourself healthy and together, man. So this is a very big one right here that I wanted to talk about, just about valuable lessons, man. So is Dababy wrong for giving kids $4 for their candy after the kids lied about the cost of the candy, or was it a valuable lesson to talk? Because I feel like the kids lied solely to get more money, of course, because it's Dababy. But he has received a lot of backlash over this. And honestly, in my opinion, there's a valuable lesson taught.
Yeah, man.
Because it's strictly put, if you are honest, things in life are gonna just come to you. Honestly, when you're honest, because they could have really got blessed more than $200 and that they were looking for. They would have really got blessed, even more than that, in my opinion. Because why wouldn't he? He's giving back too as well. I don't like the stigma of just like, oh well, he just gave them this type of money, or he could have did so much more for them. But the kids wasn't. The kids came up to him looking for a money incentive, and they wasn't being genuine. Out the gate. And you gotta think about this, celebrities go through this all the time, and nobody's entitled to give you anything, bro. So I'm confused.
Nobody gave them anything.
Shoot. Exactly. I'm confused, and coming where he coming from, I'm confused of why people are giving him backlash just because he's a celebrity or a pop star, superstar, whatever you want to call him, that he has to just freely give away money. These are kids definitely grinding and doing something good in their community, but also within being that, you have to be honest.
Yeah, my biggest issue was I wouldn't have recorded it, because even before he knew they were gonna lie, he was recording. You don't need to record yourself giving money to kids, bro. I always thought stuff like that was corny. I didn't even like it. I didn't even like when Drake did it in the gospel videos. Don't record stuff like that, because then it can. The Bible talks about that. Talks about doing your good deeds in secret, because you don't want to give people the impression that you're only doing it for a look. Even if you're not, once you record it, you give people the incentive and the reason to say, oh, you're only doing it for a look.
Fair.
So you don't ever want to record stuff like that, because at that point it makes what you're doing seem less valuable.
Right.
So I didn't like that aspect, but it turned out to be something worthy of seeing online. Because as soon as they saw it, they just lied out the gate. It's you don't want to do that.
Exactly.
You want to be honest. You don't want to be the type of salesperson that's gonna lie. I get it. You gotta hustle. You gotta, you can hype up. Yo, these gushers, the best. I got the best gushers on the block. These joints, I've been selling them all day. You can talk them up and hustle like that, but you don't need to switch the price up because it's Dababy and lie. He's not smart. He's got money for a reason. Right. He knows how to add. He knows how to multiply. And he knows how much gushers cost. Right. Come on, man. You're not gonna sit there and tell us that the gushers cost this amount of money. I would have done the same thing. I'm not. No, man. You can't. You want to be honest. You want to be an honest sale. You want to be as honest as you could possibly be. Yes, you want to hype up what you got going on. You want to sell your stuff, but you don't want to lie. You definitely don't want to just sit there and tell a bold-faced lie, especially one that can be found out easily with simple math.
In my opinion, too, as well, that the lesson was worth way more than the money that they would have received if they were to get the money. Fair. Because that lesson is just going to channel with them all throughout their life. Man, I met Dababy, and And the time that I wasn't honest, or the time that I was just trying to, get a money incentive, it was just like, okay, well, these cost about 200, 150 when I only have a certain amount in the pack. Well, he said like 34.
Yeah,
and the
34
pack
times 2. It's not even $100.
That's not $100.
It's less than $100.
You know what I'm saying? So just knowing your math, knowing your business, especially like you just said, if you want to be a businessman, you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to keep your honesty. That's your word, especially with these folks. That's your word.
If you want people's money, man, you want to definitely be honest with folks, and and then it's like, and then it's also, there's the insulting aspect of it. Like, it's insulting that you would think that I'm stupid enough to believe that I don't know how much Gushers cost, and that I don't know how much that this box isn't worth 200. Like, it's insulting to me at this point that you're lying in my face, thinking that I don't know, thinking that you can get over on me. So like, there's that aspect of it too. It's like, really, like, come on, you don't think I know what 34 times 2 is? Like,
and also to your point, if it was like, to your point, good thing it was recorded in a way, because it brings up conversation, but also it's like in one of the same of what you're saying. If it wasn't recorded, he wouldn't be going through too much scrutiny.
Yeah.
Even though he shouldn't be going through scrutiny at all, but you leave the internet left to judge you, no matter what, if it's good or bad or in the middle. Yeah. Honestly, at the end of the day.
And they should have treated him like he was any other customer. I know he's the baby, but you should have treated him like any other customer.
Right, correct. And so, like, as of today, you see Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy did it today. He was giving out money to some children, and he's saying he blessed them. But one thing, like you were saying, is just like, first it's broadcasted. It adds a sentiment of just like, it's not being pure genuine. And then also it's like, just because I'm giving you money, and that's why I like the baby's standpoint, is because if I'm gonna give you money, I want to teach you a lesson while I'm giving you this money. Because he gave them $4, but also that's what it was worth.
Yeah, it's not what it cost. He didn't short them.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't short them. If they were honest and was saying that, oh yeah, well, I had this much, like you said, I've been doing this and this all day. This is the real actual cost. So if you like to buy the box, this is the actual cost of it. We've been working very hard, and going and being honest, but also being genuine about your situation. If you wanted more money, in that situation, but you also had to be genuine about your delivery.
Yeah, and most celebrities will go out their way to give you more for your bargain. Like, I like what happened with Sweetie recently. Like, she didn't record it. It was being recorded by the person that the dude that was giving her something was with him, and he was recording it. She didn't have her team record it and put it out. This guy had made something for her. He made some merch specifically for her, and when he caught up to her, he was like, "Yo, I made this for you. This is for you." He was going to give it to her. She was like, "Well, how much you want for it?" He was like, "No, I made it for you. You can have it." She's like, "No, I want to pay you for it. You took time to make it." She paused the money, and she gave him a whole bunch of money for it. So stuff like that is cool. He was honest. He was genuine. Say, "Yo, I made this for you," and he kept his integrity. When she said how much you want for it, he didn't go, "Oh, give me $50K." And he's like, "No." He was like, "No, I made it for you. It's free." He kept his integrity. He kept being honest, and she was like, "No, I want to pay you for it." And I like the fact that she didn't go out her way to record it and put it out. When other people record it and put it out, that's something that ain't got nothing to do with you. Exactly. So I do like the fact that she wanted to give him some money for it. I like the fact that he kept his integrity. He made something for her. When she wanted to give him money, he could have been like, "Oh, well, give me this amount for something obscene." He didn't do that. He was like, "No, I intended to give it to you for free. It's for free." And she still gave him some money. So I like stuff like that. That was really cool to see. That was really genuine. So shout out to Sweetie on that one. But yeah, man, don't record your stuff, and two, don't lie, man. Just be honest. Be 100 about stuff. Especially stuff cheap like Gushers. I get it, it's a fundraiser, but it's still Gushers, guys. They ain't gonna cost that much.
For sure. And I like the example that you just pulled up with Sweetie, because at the end of the day, it's just about being genuine. You're gonna get a lot of things coming, good things coming your way when you just genuine. At the end of the day, so
big facts.
That's definitely a good lesson taught by the baby. I'm not giving him no scrutiny at all for this one, at all. So lastly, man, I feel like this is the best would you rather, because it involves family and it's a good question. So would you rather the family that raised you be first priority. So the family that raised you be first priority, or the family that you create be first priority.
I'm gonna go with the family that I create. You got to. They're the future.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's your moment. It's your opportunity to. It will be my opportunity and my moment to raise that family and have them go out into the world and have them create something of their own. And so not to say that my family that raised me isn't important, but it's like once you take that step and that leap, you're supposed to it says in the Bible it says a man will leave his mother and father and take up a wife. So you are leaving. Not to say this is not still your family, but this is
leaving the nest.
You know what I'm saying? Like God is going to hold you accountable for what you did with this family. That's why my father's always tripping, because he knows he has to stand before God, and God's going to hold him accountable for how he raised his family.
For sure.
And I think a lot of men miss that. Men are to lead, and you got a lot of guys who created kids and then left their kids and went on to live their life. Guess what? When you die and you face God, God's going to hold you accountable for how you raised your family. And if you was a deadbeat and you left, just because you wanted that kid's life don't mean he ain't gonna hold you accountable for that. Everything that happened with that kid, he gonna look at you and be like, well, why weren't you, so like once I leave my mother and father and go raise this family, I am now the head of this household. And I am not held accountable for how this household comes up. So if I don't make them priority, when I have to face the Lord, God's gonna hold me accountable for how I raised my family.
Sure.
So it's gotta be the family that I raised.
And I like that one. And I'm gonna say the same thing. It's the family that you create is first priority. But I will say it is important that you honor, of course, the family that raised you. So I feel like it's definitely a difference. I feel like you should honor the family that raised you, but you should definitely have first priority on the family that you create, because like my brother just said, at the end of the day, you're going to be accountable to the family that you are creating, just like your parents or your family was accountable for what they created and the morals and principles that they gave into you. So for sure, I feel like it was a good question, because you have very strong knit families, and honestly, just some people that don't know how to separate the two, in a sense, just don't know how to separate the two, meaning they may hold too much value, and that's a problem in some in a lot of relationships, that a lot of people feel like maybe their partner or something is holding on to too much onto their family instead of creating and trying to manifest or put into their own creation of their family. So I understand that, and then at the end of the day, you can't build the foundation or have a family if your priority, if the priority within your partner and the children are not first.
Yep.
You have to make that first priority. Your family that raised you made you first priority, and they had to step away from their nest, from their parents. So it's all a trickle down effect, and it's about the future. So I respect that answer. Hey man, that was definitely a good would you rather. Make sure you comment below. And lastly, man, before we go, man, Game 4 is ahead of us. Suns or Bucks?
I think the Bucks got their one win in Milwaukee, but I don't think they're gonna beat that team again. They definitely, because I don't see D-Book not playing well again. I don't see that happening again. I don't see it back to back. I'd be surprised. Anything can happen.
I will say this: if the Bucks take Game 4, I have the Suns winning the series. I'm just telling you, if the Bucks take Game 4, this is going to 7, and it's not gonna look pretty for the Suns if it goes to 7.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say, because I don't know what Giannis is on right now, but he on a mission, and I respect him because he has a significant injury to his knee, and he pulling through. So we're going to see. I want to see CP3 get that first ring.
Yeah, CP. Like, I believe the way the league is set up today, I don't think you're going to see any more repeat championships.
Nah, me either.
Because people don't stay on teams long enough, and then you got there's too many teams that are talented. They're always going to be there. If these two teams don't win today, you're not going to see them back next year.
For sure.
You're not going to see the Suns back next year. You're not going to see the Milwaukee's not going to beat Brooklyn again. They're healthy. I don't think they're going to beat the Celtics.
It's a lot that's going to change.
Yeah, it's a lot's going to change. You're not going to see repeat championships. You watch how the Lakers didn't repeat. No, the Clippers are still going to be a factor. The Nuggets would have been in there. They had Jamal Murray. The Jazz is still no joke. Like and Klay Thompson is back.
The NBA is going to change.
You're not going to see repeat championships. So it's like you gotta win. You better win. You better win now.
For sure. And right before we go, man, shout out to Candace Parker. She is now on the NBA 2K22 cover, man. I don't care what y'all say, speculation. It is well deserved. It's time for our women athletes to start getting the credit that they really deserve. So man, shout out to her. Shout out to KD, Dirk Nowitzki, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Luka Doncic, who just made the NBA 2K cover.
Oh, it's all them people on the cover.
So all of them different covers. You know, you have your anniversary edition, you have your regular edition, you have another edition. So
I'm
they
still
all split.
You know how I'm rocking. What I got going on.
So
I'm still rooting for y'all to hate this.
Already know. So let's get it, man. Already know 5 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday, man. Another amazing episode, man. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and continue to tune in. And like I said, make sure you go follow and support We Are Game Shift, man. It's a lot of good things that are coming on the way, all right?
Thank you, man.
Much love. You already know, brother.
Peace.
Come on. We're good to go. All right, the last part.